You think your credit score is a number. You think it's a fair assessment of how responsible you are with money. You are wrong. We are exposing the biggest lie in modern finance, the credit score illusion. This number is not built to help you. It is a financial weapon designed, refined, and controlled by private corporations that profit every time you stay in debt. From the rate on your mortgage to whether you're hired for a job, this single number dictates your future. Our investigation uncovered internal documents showing the truth. The credit system is engineered to keep you dependent, obedient, and endlessly profitable to banks. If you've ever applied for a loan, rented an apartment, or used a credit card, your life is being quietly managed by a flawed, manipulative algorithm. Most people believe their score comes down to paying bills on time and keeping balances low. That belief is the first layer of deception. Only about 35% of your score is based on payment history. The remaining 65% lives inside a corporate black box, a set of variables you cannot see, cannot control, and were never meant to understand. Layer 1, the invisible data broker. 3 companies, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, rule this hidden empire. They are not government agencies. They are profit-driven data brokers controlling your access to housing, credit, and even employment. These companies trade in invisible variables: where you shop, how often you apply for credit, what kind of card you choose. Each of these can nudge your score down, even when you pay every bill in full. They don't want you debt-free, they want you optimized for debt. Their ideal customer isn't someone who avoids borrowing. It's someone who borrows forever, just enough to stay profitable, never enough to escape. The algorithms quietly reward you for carrying a balance while punishing you for closing accounts or refusing credit. Financial freedom is treated as a risk factor. Your stability threatens their revenue model. Layer 2, the debt optimization trap. Now it gets darker. You've been told to pay off your cards completely, but if you actually do, your score may drop. Why? Because the algorithm interprets a zero balance as inactive, meaning you're not generating income for lenders. They prefer you to use roughly 30% of your credit line every month, enough to owe interest, but not enough to default. It's a perpetual treadmill. Keep spending, keep owing, keep scoring. They tell you to avoid debt, then punish you for following that advice. It's a perfectly designed contradiction, an illusion of control that ensures constant profit flow to the banks funding the credit bureaus. Your good behavior isn't being rewarded, it's being exploited. The midpoint twist: systemic sabotage. The personal manipulation is just the surface. The real scam is systemic. The entire infrastructure is engineered for error and denial. Studies show roughly 1 in 4 credit reports contain serious mistakes: false delinquencies, wrong balances, outdated accounts. Each of these errors can deny you a mortgage, inflate your car loan rate, or raise your insurance premiums by thousands. Here's the horrifying part. Fixing those errors is intentionally difficult. The process is slow, confusing, and often leads you in circles. Every delay makes money for the system. Credit agencies earn billions selling credit monitoring subscriptions to protect you from mistakes they created. They monetize your frustration, profiting from both sides of the problem. They bet on you giving up, and most people do. Your credit report isn't just inaccurate, it's profitable by design. The second twist: the Employment Blacklist. You thought your score only mattered for loans. It now governs your livelihood. Employers increasingly check credit histories before hiring. A single inaccurate mark can quietly block you from a high-paying job. That lost income then makes it harder to pay down debt, keeping your score low. A perfect feedback loop of control. This is economic gatekeeping disguised as responsibility metrics. It's a hidden caste system where financial algorithms decide who deserves opportunity. A system that punishes the poor for being poor and rewards lifelong borrowers for staying in line. You are being judged by a tribunal you will never meet, for rules you were never told, inside databases you cannot access. The final reveal, the Credit Liberation Protocol. You can't destroy the score, but you can neutralize its power. Here is the 5-step Credit Liberation Protocol used by financial analysts to fight back. The annual audit shock. Once a year, you are legally entitled to a free report from each bureau. Don't space them out. Pull all 3 at once. Compare them line by line. You will find errors. Document them, because that evidence is your ammunition. The statute of limitations weapon. Most negative marks expire after 7 years. If an old debt lingers beyond that, you have the legal right to demand removal. Time is leverage. Use it. They rely on your ignorance of this rule. Free the dispute automation. Never dispute errors online or by phone. Do it in writing. Certified mail, detailed documentation. A physical letter creates a legal paper trail they can't ignore or delete. Force them to process your dispute through the system they built to avoid you. The secured card strategy. If your score is already damaged, rebuild using a secured credit card. Deposit your own money as collateral. Use the card for small purchases once a month and pay it off immediately. You'll appear active without taking on new risk, a strategic exploit within their own algorithm. The diversified debt signal credit systems reward variety. Mix one small installment loan with a revolving account. You're not taking more debt, you're signaling maturity. Game the score before it games you. Each of these steps weakens the system's grip and reclaims a piece of your autonomy. The closing truth. The credit score. Illusion is not a measure of trustworthiness. It's a mechanism of control. It keeps society dependent on the institutions profiting from that dependency. Your inaction is their business model. Every month you let an error stand, every balance you carry, every subscription you forget to cancel adds fuel to their engine. Now that you know the rules, the illusion collapses. You see the structure for what it is, a profitable, self-reinforcing cycle of fear. The only way out is knowledge and action. Audit your report tonight. Write the first dispute letter. Set the cycle in reverse. Then download our free guide, How to Force Credit Agencies to Remove Errors Within 30 Days. You'll find it in the first link below. Subscribe to the Hidden Wealth File. We expose the systems that quietly rule your financial life before they destroy your freedom to choose. Remember this truth. The number that defines your worth is intentionally broken. But now you know how to break it back.